Hey, welcome back to Cine Gear 2021. This is Forrest Schultz and Dan Keynes.
I'm Dan Keynes.
So we promised we'd show you the 25 and actually share some footage through the stream. So if you're here now, you get to see some of that. We're going to talk a little bit about the history of the 25, why we made it, why it's here, and what its capabilities are, and just really what we like about it, I guess. And we also would love to hear your comments and your questions, because at the end here, we're going to be responding to some of those. So let's try to do that.
Sounds smooth, my man.
You wanted to take us away on some of the history about, why did we make the 25?
Sure.
What was that about?
I think, a lot of the inception of the 25 really comes from Forrest and Scott DeWald, two of our chief optical engineers here at Atlas. And those guys and myself said, it would be really cool if we could make an even wider Orion series lens, because so many people out there filming in anamorphic, whether they're using Orion series or any other brand, are always looking to go wider with anamorphic lenses. And so it's really unusual to have something as wide as a 25 millimeter that's also as fast as a T2 and yet still lightweight and small enough to be easy to use on a gimbal, compact, and even flown around on a drone, for instance. So yeah, it all started really, the earliest I can remember the team talking about it was 2018. At that point, we were still in a small garage up in the Santa Clarita area, and Forrest and Scott took a crack at trying to make an even wider Orion series design and landed on making a really great 25 millimeter T2. And it took us a while from that optical engineering phase all the way to getting to a prototype, which we were then able to show at NAB 2019, which seems like eons ago, but really that's only like 2 years ago.
Right.
2 years of pandemic lifestyle.
It feels longer because of that gap. Yeah, for sure.
Time means nothing to me now. Like, I think at the beginning of the pandemic, I was like, a whole month, this is a long time. And now I'm like, oh, 2 years went by? Like, I don't know, I was just sleeping or something. But here we are. And now we have finally yesterday unveiled production 25 millimeter lenses for pre-order, and we're gonna ship those. If you pre-order from now to October 31st, 2021, anything ordered in that window for a 25 millimeter lens will ship before October 31st, 2022. So, readily will admit that one of the things early on at Atlas that people were not super stoked about was, we love your lenses, but the wait time is just really long to get them. And we've gotten to a point now where we've matured as a company and matured in our supply chain and planning and process, that we're actually guaranteeing that we're going to deliver those lenses within 1 year of pre-order, if you order within this 1 month time cycle. So without further ado, what do you think? Should we give them a look? Sort of a impromptu online demo, much in the way that we love giving demos at our Burbank location. We invite people to the show floor. We wear our masks during the demo, bring you in, set up some lighting and a camera, and give you a hands-on experience right through the lens. So we're going to try to give everyone out there in YouTube and TV land an opportunity to experience the 25 millimeter live. So do we want to go live or show the clip? Thanks for reminding me.
The same thing that, because on this event, we're really happy to say the 25 is now available. That's been the question, like, when will it be available? And as Dan mentioned, there's a lot of planning, a lot of things that have to go into knowing exactly when we can make that promise and that commitment. And so we're happy to do that. We had a lot of content come out recently based on the 25, for social media, for you guys
and more
to
on the way.
See. So one of these clips we'd like to share was actually shot by John Pears, and we'd like to present that clip now. If we can
awesome cinematographer, a friend of the brand, very talented. So Kara, if you don't mind, roll that clip.
So there's probably no music to this clip, so we're allowed to comment on it. I've seen it a few times. There we go, we got a feed. And I think my favorite shot is the one that's when it's hanging low on the right side of the car and might have make
Oh, that's my favorite shot, the one that's up now with it. You're coming at the car and the car is coming at you and you come around the corner. Do you like the one with the wheel, where the wheel is almost filling the frame?
Yeah, the one where
that one's awesome.
It's losing a little track. I mean, it's that hard turn. I think that happened right at the beginning of the clip. That's just those type of, there it is.
There it
again.
is. Oh, beautiful. Really intense.
That's what I encourage everyone to go onto the channels, the YouTube, find this on Instagram if you want. listen to it with sound. I mean, because there's stuff recorded there on site, and it's just amazing to.
I think one of the coolest things about this spot is, everybody talks about really smooth vehicle shots these days. Everyone wants to use Ronin or a Movi and get a gimbal stabilized shot, or even something like a Russian arm. And John wanted to take it back to the old school with hard mounting the lens and the camera. And a big part of that was not only the 25mm lens, but also the red Komodo camera with global shutter. So with that beautiful global shutter from the Komodo, you don't get rolling shutter artifacts if the camera is vibrating. So it's much more like old school film days where, with something like Grand Prix from the 60s, they hard mounted the cameras, and you get that really intense feeling of vibration from the car that translates to the lens, but in a way that makes you feel like you're there, and really transports you to that high energy feeling of driving. I think that's one of the key things that John wanted to communicate with this piece, is like that visceral experience of driving and just the thrill of being connected with the machine. I think he did a great job.
Right, visually you're connected, and that lens is literally hard mounted, connected to the camera, so there's nothing in between you. That's what I caught from watching it. You can definitely feel it come through.
So awesome. And didn't have to rattle my fillings loose in my teeth either.
Oh, yeah,
just got to watch.
Exactly.
But I love driving too, so one of these days maybe I'll get to go out there and enjoy that.
So that was a really cool clip. We, as we said, we got a 25 up here.
Yeah, should we give everybody out there an experience live right through the lens? And if you have questions or you want to see us do something, feel free to comment and ask questions. If you want to see a particular flare, you want us to pan, tilt, or throw the lens out of focus in a certain way, feel free to jump in on the comments there and ask for stuff. And Kara, if you don't mind, if you could switch us to the Alexa Mini LF that we have connected to our 25mm right here.
There you go.
Boom, there we go. So we have a couple guests today. We have Jackie, friend of the brand. We have Toto, the Wonder Dog, and we have Eno here visiting, a talented and amazing cinematographer. And you can see the incredible out of focus characteristic of the 25, but also we're only about 2 feet away from our talent here. So that's pretty amazing to get such a wide angle field of view from such a close distance.
Yeah.
It's very wide.
It's pretty amazing, right?
And the question, how does it flare?
Want me to hit it from the back over there?
Yeah, why not?
Pop over there.
We'll have Dan walk back there, and as we said, any questions or suggestions, put them right in there, because we have people here that'll come tap us on the shoulder. We will try to do whatever shot and talk about anything aspects of the 25 you may have. As Dan mentioned, this is the Arri Alexa LF, but it's shooting in Super 35 mode. So coverage on the 25 is meant for Super 35 coverage. That's sort of the film gate standard. It goes up all the way to that, so 24 by 18 roughly. And this shares similarities with the classic Orion, so you saw that blue streak as you saw that Dan so graciously provided. And I'm just kind of doing random things because I do random things here with the camera. So I'm going to focus on a couple different hard objects as well. I know we have some people in
Do you want to
the
go to
shot,
minimum and I'll
here.
put my face up here in minimum
we're gonna do
focus?
some wild stuff this way. That was
This lens is so incredible, it even makes someone that looks like me.
There you go, look at this. So Dan,
You can
although he
direct me
looks
if
like
I'm-
he might be too, no, you're good, go in a little bit more. Yeah, pull in just, there it is, yeah. on monitor, you might think, well, Dan's like 1.5 feet away, 2 feet away, or more than that, but
I can smell this lens.
yeah, and if I put him right here, he's way
Oh wait,
off
that's
to
my
the
upper
side.
lip.
So it's just an amazing close focus effect on the 25. It goes down to 1.5 feet. The production model will do 1.5 feet, which is a bit closer than what you just saw. So something to look forward to. There's more footage coming out of that kind of stuff. The capabilities on the 25 production model are going to be very, very insane. All right. More questions? I'd like to know if there's any. We'll it's live, so we have to pause and kind of check on any of you and make sure we're.
I'd love to show
we're making-
the barrel distortion. while we're waiting, you could see up,
Oh,
if you
yeah.
look at the top bar, one of the most pleasing characteristics of Orion series lenses is that we have classic anamorphic barrel distortion. So if you look at the curvature of that star curtain we have back in the backdrop there, you can see that it's bowing in a pleasant arc. And yet when we pan through our subjects here, you could see that their faces are not getting distorted as we pan. So it's really, keeping humans and vertical objects looking aesthetically pleasing and beautiful, and horizontal objects might have some of that geometric distortion. And I'll show you minimum focus. We could show the bokeh off here. Beautiful, out of focus. And look at that, oh, fur baby, hello. So cool.
So as mentioned before, this is a T2 lens that's keeping within the same range as the rest of the Orion series, so that it's wide open to T2. That was something that we explored early on, and found that we can achieve that, and we actually enjoy the look. So along with, just like the other Orions, it's going to flare a little bit more. It's going to have a little bit more extra glow from the spherical aberration come through. And you're going to be able to control that somewhere between a 2 and a 2.8. You can clean it right up. So I think we're looking at it almost wide open right now, and now it's wide open. So I could actually do a thing. So I'm going to rack this whole. Some question we get.
Here I have the.
This is a 2.8
clip.
So I'm just kind of trying to show the shape of the bokeh, and you can see it's actually really.
I should have asked earlier.
Really awesome. At the top, you get the. There's a lot of distortion at the top and the bottom, as well as some natural astigmatism that's just going to occur from the level of correction we're getting from side to side. So at the top, you see the bokeh does change shape, but for a lens this wide, I think it's very acceptable. Again,
we hit some Easter eggs in the booth
too, and this booth is, what is this?
20 feet wide.
20 feet wide, and we're only maybe 8 feet away from that wall, so we can't even contain this scene in its frame here.
What we like to say about the 25 is it's incredibly wide, incredibly fast, and incredibly close focus at an incredible price. I've been practicing.
I'll do a quick barrel. I'll show you that distortion Dan's talking about. I'll do a quick kind of drop down here, tilt.
Whip tilt.
Yeah. I'll try to do it a little faster, but we got some good resistance. So you can kind of see how that barrels through. Looks really
like
cool,
the next
really
Wes Anderson
pretty,
over here.
Left to right, you got nothing. You can do those whip pans. Not gonna make you sick. There you go.
Wes Anderson style.
Yeah.
It does.
Yeah,
the 25 is designed to match with the Orion series lenses, yeah.
That's right. The composition of the glass as well as the flare characteristics match the original Orion series family. Yeah, we could do that. Yeah, we'll take care. If there's anybody out there, we could give a few more seconds or whatever for questions, but otherwise, let us know now or forever hold
Thanks
your
for
peace.
swimming in our stream.
Okay. Oh, we're gonna wrap it up then, guys. Got Dan Canes up here. Are we able to focus, or we're stuck out here, huh? Got there's a creature going past the frame. I think that might have been what do they call those? A humanoid? We don't know yet. We're trying to figure it out over here. They might shut Cine Gear down. This is a pretty big deal. Thank you guys for joining us with the 25 millimeter. Any more questions? Feel free to contact.
I got one more thing.
Oh yeah.
Don't forget, Escape the Metaverse. We're shooting the Escape the Metaverse experience here at Cine Gear Expo with the 25 millimeter lens. Thanks to Sondor's e-bikes, thanks to Sisu Cinema Robotics, thanks to Standard Vision, and thanks to Derek C. Hibbs Entertainment Design. We've got an incredible experience here. Come get a clip of yourself and post online to win some prizes from Atlas, Tilta, and other sponsors. So
yeah,
really exciting. And even if you can't come to the show, find a friend's post, repost it, and you can enter the contest too. Have a great evening.
Yeah, thank you all.
Wherever you are in the world.
We'll be streaming
Have a
again
good one.
tomorrow, and we'll announce those on Instagram stories. We'll keep your schedules updated, so please follow us, check all that out. Make sure you visit the YouTube again. We'll be following up on that for all the times.